onto the street. 8370 County, I got the juveniles right here. Stand by, I'll give you an address. Stop where you're at, put your hands on the car. Put your hands on the car, all of you guys. What are you guys doing?
I had to take up some rocks, and there's like a little corner we put the rocks on. And we were throwing rocks. They two were up there, and I was bringing up rocks. And then he said, guys, a car stopped in reverse.
Yeah, the guy.
Okay, we got this. We got him. We're going to get the story.
They almost got us into an accident, man. I got two little girls.
I understand.
They
Okay.
ran off the
Did they hit your car?
Yeah.
They hit your car? Okay, how fast were you going when they struck you?
We're doing the speed limit.
The speed limit? Which is 55?
55, yeah. We're doing 55.
Hi, ma'am. How you doing? Which one's your son?
Walter.
The little guy?
Red.
Okay.
What happened, Walt?
Step out, Walter.
Okay, you just got off punishment for going to tracks. You promised me you were not going to the tracks again. You promised me that. That's why you got off punishment. You can take them. I promise I won't go to the tracks again, right? Am I right? You just got off punishment after being on punishment for 1 week.
Mom.
What?
I was just taking rocks, and then...
No, taking rocks where?
I was giving it to them. And
What
then
were you...
they threw rocks, and then they hit the man's car, and then the man saw us three running.
Wait, hit the man's car where?
They hit the vehicle on the highway, ma'am.
I didn't hit it, though.
So that's why they're going to be taken, and you're going to have to go over there and sign for them. For him, Walter, right?
To go to jail?
You're not going to jail, but you're going to have to go get processed. This is a very serious thing.
You can take them.
Okay.
Take them.
Come on back in, buddy. Sit down. Louis, put the window up, please. I'm glad you're out here, though. That means
Traffic kick out at a local department store for a white male seen with a brown shirt, bald head, with a tattoo on his neck concealing some clothing items and some fragrance. Upon my arrival, we had another officer go in and communicate with the security officers if we actually had a crime that occurred. They told me that he was going to be exiting out a west exit where I was actually stationed at.
roll over.
Roll over.
Roll over.
Put your hand out. Get your hand out. We have shopliftings happen all the time here. It's one of those common crimes that occur. It's a sad thing that we see that these people that, especially this guy, we did some history on him. He's been in prison for a multiple slew of crimes that were out there, just trying to get by on his hard luck and try to take some product that didn't belong to him. Why were you doing that inside there?
Recreation.
Recreation?
A little bit.
Okay. You've been arrested before though, right?
2009.
2009, what'd you get arrested for?
For assault.
Did you do any time?
3 years.
So what are you trying to do now?
Just maintain a stable life, take care of my kids.
Yeah? How many kids do you have?
2.
I'm not surprised that mom was emotional. Anytime somebody sees their child get arrested and placed inside the back of a police car, it's an emotional thing. You can kind of tell from the mom's experience that she's been through a lot and she's kind of tired and at that end of the rope with having calls and situations with her son like that coming up.
He wanted something that bad?
Yeah, he tried to run out, and that's, you know, he tried to run out.
He gets a check every month. If he needs it that bad, I mean, you know, buy it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I just don't understand the logic, the mentality for this. To do this with me, was it worth it? I mean, you know better. Sorry. You know, sorry are just words, son. I mean, you're how old?
And when we did a records check on him, his scan came back. He's been arrested for armed robbery, burglary, theft, aggravated assault. He actually did 3 years in prison down in one of our South prisons. He actually just got out, and in talking with him, he had his parole number that he actually just was able to expire last May. So it's kind of sad when you see that they've gone through the system, they've made it through to where the number that they were assigned is what they call.
And it was regarding a neighbor had taken a cinder block and thrown it through his other neighbor's front windshield of a car. We get there, and another officer had gotten there right before us. He had stated over the radio that he was trying to make contact with the subject, but he was inside of his apartment and just screaming and yelling and wouldn't come out and talk to him.
Open the door. You're not the proper person. Leave the property now. What's your name? What's your name?
900 Adam. Seems like he's on something.
Whatever you're wearing,
Hey,
please leave now. I do not apologize to gentlemen.
Well, we're trying to talk to you, man. On a call like that, in a lot of cases for misdemeanor crimes, we're not going to enter somebody's home to effect an arrest. He didn't want us in there, that part was clear, but based on his actions, he's running around, he's slamming windows. At one point, he got completely naked, running around outside the house. He was screaming things that didn't make sense. At that point, it's a serious public safety risk. If we were just to stop, turn around, walk away, and say, hey, it's only a misdemeanor crime, we're not going to do anything about this, we leave that window open for him to come back out of that place. There was drugs and drug paraphernalia everywhere. I think we got a total of 23 syringes, 2 of which were loaded. Most likely it's going to be meth or heroin. I believe based on looking at it, it's probably heroin. A lot of drug paraphernalia, spoons. There was a whole bin. There was actually the lunchbox that had his name on it. That was pretty funny. It has nothing but illegal things in it. Talking with several of those neighbors, they all said he had completely erratic behavior all day, and that finally turned violent toward the end there. And they weren't very familiar with him. They didn't know his name, anything like that. There wasn't really a rational reason for why he may have been upset at his neighbors. Try to go by it the most correct way as possible, but when he comes up to that window and poses that threat there, especially when he's getting naked and doing all sorts of other weird stuff while he knows police are outside.
Hey.
You can leave. I apologize.
Come here.
Let me see your hands right now. Let me see your hands. Put your hands up in there right now.
No,
Turn around.
I got my
now.
taser.
I'm an American.
Taser.
Taser!
Down. Go.
That's the first time I've gotten to use my taser on somebody.
I always give her a lot of crap. The first 6 months or so that I was on, I had probably 6 or 7, and she had never deployed once, but it was really the perfect opportunity at that point when he knows we're going to try to break that threshold of his home to effect the arrest, and when he backs up or otherwise fights, that's going to be our riskiest time for him, going for a weapon, barricading himself in further. By her deploying the taser, she put an immediate stop to that, and that gave us the time frame we needed to be able
in that area when I turned off of the main street and noticed the small juvenile child alone. He was a short distance from the main street, which is 6 lanes, both east and west, and appeared alone or lost.
Hey, what's your name? Jonathan. My name's John too. Jonathan, where are you going?
I'm leaving.
You're leaving to go where? Nobody wants you? Mom's mad at you?
She won't let me to walk outside.
She won't let you walk outside?
Yes.
Mom says he leaves the apartment, but he's been in that general apartment complex. I don't think he went to the extent of writing a letter like he did on that day, posting it on the front door that he was leaving the residence. Through a line of questioning, we were able to find out where we believed he lived. I asked for a second unit that came. The officer helped transport him to the apartment complex, and then he led us to the apartment. It was hard to determine where he lived. Children sometimes at that age, they don't know addresses and numbers. He knew once he was in the complex how to get to his parents.
Then he had mentioned that he had left a note, like he was leaving. He had said that Mom didn't care about me, and then he had left a note.
Jonathan!
And then this is the note that I just grabbed it off the front so none of the kids had it. He actually wrote that.
Dear Jonathan, I'm leaving this place, and I'm assuming it says I'm leaving this place and never coming back.
I think she was surprised. She didn't realize how quickly he could have gotten that far away, and that we actually were out with him in that short time frame. He left the immediate area where the kids play and then was near the main street. Kids will run away. They're usually in their teens, and they know where they're going to a friend's home. But
Is your window rolled down?
No, it doesn't, sir.
Okay. Any drugs or weapons in the car or anything like that?
No.
Okay. Hey, you know why I stopped you? No. Okay. You know a subdivision, that's a subdivision street over there, right? The subdivision street?
I don't know.
Okay. What's the speed limit in a subdivision?
30?
Yeah, no, it's 25, but you're going a little bit over 35, okay?
Sorry, officer, my speedometer doesn't work, sir.
Okay.
I'm so
No big deal. Do you have your driver's license on you?
I don't, sir.
You don't have a driver's
I'm in the
license?
process of getting it.
Okay.
While doing a inventory of the vehicle or search of the vehicle, I noticed that the dashboard had been loosened at some point. Being an older model car, it's not always impossible, but when I lifted up the dashboard, it revealed a lot of pieces of tinfoil, which are generally used for smoking heroin or maybe sometimes pills. Opening up the tinfoil, you could see the tracks inside the tinfoil which on the streets they call chasing the dragon, which they use a straw and light up whatever they're trying to smoke, and they just smoke the smoke off of it. Once I located these things, he again began to get a lot more nervous, and I knew he probably had dope on him somewhere or some sort of heroin. I searched him a few more times, didn't find anything, and I figured a lot of times what they'll do is when we're going to pull them over, they'll place something in their sock or their shoe, kind of like as a quick place to hide it. Asked him to kick off his shoes, and as soon as he pulled his sock off, he kind of gave me the look like, you got me. I'm having a tough time believing you don't got any heroin on you. Can you kick your shoes off for me? About your socks. You can relax. Just flip your socks inside out for me. Okay. Put your hands behind my back. He's 21. Doing these, the heroin, the meth, the hardcore stuff like that, it really takes a toll on these guys. So you could tell there was some sort of almost a relief that he did get arrested.
Hey, how long you been on it, man?
Couple months.
Huh?
Couple months.
You been trying to quit or no? I know it's tough, man.
I know, it's just so hard when you start to feel sick. It's hard.
Are you dope sick right now?
No, yeah, I'm dope sick right now, yeah.
All in all, we talking to the suspect, he was a pretty good guy. He just, he's got a problem, and he just was asking to get some help. And so hopefully that's something that he can do through the court system or whatever the case may be, because the thing is out here, we're not going to be able to.
We are now getting onto southbound 880. Traffic is going to be moderate on the freeway for right now. Speeds are 40 miles an hour, and we are entering the freeway.
The time of the day we initiated the pursuit, it was rush hour traffic, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. When we got onto the freeway driving on the shoulder, that's pretty dangerous. Before I tried to terminate the pursuit for public safety reasons, and he actually crashed into a civilian car.
He hit something. He rear-ended this car, and for what I'm letting, his car is disabled here. He's pulling to the number 1 exit. He just TC'd into the guardrail. Stand by. Don't move! Stop! Stop! 411 foot bail.
When he foot bailed and crossed over, we had the same type of traffic coming northbound at us when we were running down the freeway. He crossed 4 lanes of traffic and jumped into a drainage ditch. He got up onto the bank of the creek, and he decided to make an emergency call to his girlfriend.
Put that phone down, or else you're gonna get tased, dude.
Why? Where am I?
Put it down. Stand up. Stand up.
Leg, bro.
You better stand up. You were able to run from me, you better stand up.
I'm right here on the other side of the freeway.
Put the phone down.
What am I gonna do
Cover
with
me.
the phone, sir? Like, seriously. I'm not gonna do nothing, sir.
The bad part is he actually hurt some people on the freeway when he crashed into the civilian vehicle. They both went to the hospital with neck and back injuries. From talking to him, I guess this probably wasn't the first time he actually ran from police. He was on probation for burglary. He flat out told me he ran because he knew he had a warrant.
You knew we were behind you. You pulled in the gas station. I was on you the whole time, and then you decided you had ample opportunity to stop.
It hit me in the head like you have a warrant.
Okay. Dude, you know by doing what you did, man, you put hella people in danger out here. There's actually a couple crashes. There might be some people hurt because of what you just did out there. You feel me?
Don't say that.
I'm serious. I get that you got a warrant, but now you just made things worse.
I went and talked to the girlfriend on the side of the freeway. I told her that we're gonna tow her car. Obviously, I told her it had major damage. She was obviously very upset. I've been in quite a few pursuits here in Oakland. This is the first time where I've actually had one where the dude crashed in rush hour traffic, and just running across a freeway during rush hour traffic, that is a nail-biting experience.
I don't see the information. I don't see flames. I see the light.
Are you ready? Still flames like an inside chest. QSL, the window to the west side of the door, that's where he's at right now. He's busted it out, and he was looking out there.
I just see, tell him I just see the curtain moving, but I don't see him.
He sees the curtain moving, but he doesn't see the subject.
Okay, but he's got a good shot if something happens.
Good shot. QSL, good shot. Right now, we're just waiting on the subject. He's inside. He appears to be agitated. He's knocked out both windows, pulled down his drapes.
Back of the window, the curtain, has the shiny object in his hand.
Right now, he's back of the window with the shiny object in his hand. We're just kind of waiting for him to make the next move.
Let him know the front door is open.
Trad, let him know. Let him know the front door's open, Trad. 427.
Fire inside.
Fire's inside.
There's a fire inside.
Guess so, there's a fire inside.
He's on fire. He's on fire. He's on fire.
Uh-oh, look.
Turn him off.
Get back. We don't know if that's the subject or the victim. Okay, right now we don't know if that's the victim or the subject that came out on fire.
The apartment is being cleared by Metro SRT. The subject himself is out of the apartment.
Subject's out of the apartment. Apparently he put himself on fire.
Maintain your position until further advice.
Are they airlifting him, Sergeant?
We need air arrest.
Okay, this is our subject that was holed up in there. He's on fire all over him. Came out, running out, lit himself on fire. They're going to airlift him to Jackson Burn Center. In a few minutes, we'll escort them to where the helicopter's going to meet him. There's the guy over there. He's signaling air rescue. Right now, rescue's over here in the truck, preparing the subject to be airlifted. They'll be transporting him to Jackson Memorial Burn Center. He's hurt. He's definitely hurt. I've never seen that before. He was having problems with his wife. I guess decided to end it all and